Shalom, shalom. Hey, I got the $1,000,000 question, right? For those that claim the mark of the beast is a microchip, right? With everything going on in the earth, who's going to implement the mark of the beast? What nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's all white people, you got to be specific, because obviously Russia is not doing what America is doing. China is not doing what America is doing. Iran is definitely not doing what America is doing. What nations or what white nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's America, then obviously it ain't going to be the whole world. So this is where the doctrine kind of falls very short. It takes a deep dive, very short. If the mark of the beast is going to be a worldwide thing and you can't eat, right, and drink and buy and sell, right, all of this stuff with a physical chip, the $1,000,000 question is, who's going to implement it? And I'm going to leave y'all with that.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to the other elders, your brethren, your fellow believers of this truth. Also, shalom to the supporters of the truth. Shalom to the sisters. Shalom to the elect. Anyway, I got this video.
Shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory and praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder bishop, the great millstone. Peace, citation to the hopeful light. And just real quick, I want to go straight to the point, bring out this lesson, right, in response to the elder brother. All right, to head over to I believe the Baltimore camp. Yeah, he did a lesson, and then the elder Malak did a response. And basically, yeah, man, as you see, you heard in the video all the woo-wah, right, the confused noise. Well, like the elder said in this video, I only watched about 9 minutes. He mentioned something about he don't study. He don't study. These guys are feel-good Israelites, and he don't study. So what I did was I brought up some things because I wanted to make a point. All right, so I typed in a digital currency system is needed. So it pulled up, got our AI mode on there now. This is crazy, man. The fact that AI is doing what it's doing is already proof in itself, man. What are you talking about? Right? And this is going to separate the men from the boys, the women from the children, the little girls. Okay, it's going to separate the flock. I mean, it's going to separate, it's going to separate everybody, man. You know, this prophecy right here, man. This is getting ready to come to pass. Okay. Oh, matter of fact. All right, so Apostle Tar going live on it as well. And this is the $1,000,000 question, and this is the $1,000,000 answer. All right. Now, I'm trying to find like look at this in the headline. I did a lesson a while ago this year. And the difference in between news articles that you could find now versus 4 or 5 years ago. Just 4 or 5 years ago, you can it was talks about this in a span of months and years, man. This is, I'm talking about not even months. It was a span of years. 2007, 2000 is. But now look at this. I type in news. I click news. Digital currency to roll out end of the year. Look at this. 2 days ago, 1 month, December, February, March, April, Jan. So, and like, look at this, man. Ghana to launch CBDC, the ECD in 2025. Yo, this is what's going on, dude. What are you talking about? So what I did was I typed this in digital currency system needed AI overview, right? Well, not even just the AI overview is pretty much the same thing as the AI mode. Digital currency systems are a significant advancement in finance, offering various benefits and posing certain considerations. All right. What is a digital currency system? A digital currency system utilizes a form of currency that exists purely in digital or electronic form, meaning there is no physical cash involved. Okay. Transactions are managed and transferred using online systems, and they highlight digital form, online transactions, potential for speed and efficiency, centralized or decentralized, right? It says some digital currencies are controlled by a single entity like a central bank, while others operate on distributed networks with no central authority like cryptocurrencies. And this is why it's not going to be cryptocurrency. It's going to be through the central banks, because the central banks are the major central banks. All right, the main banks are the ones who give loans to other smaller banks. Okay, when you do your homework on it, borderless potential. It says enable seamless transactions across borders provided users are connected to the same network. Okay, so advantages. That was the key characteristics. It said advantages. It says faster and cheaper transactions, no physical manufacturing or storage, improve efficiency, right, and policy implementation, right. Central banks can potentially use digital currencies for more direct and efficient monetary and fiscal policy implementation. Increased accessibility. Digital currencies can provide financial access to unbanked and underbanked populations. Potential for enhanced transparency and accountability. That's the point. Digital currencies, especially those based on blockchain, can provide a transparent record of transactions. And this is to keep record of everyone. Okay? Now, I also typed in war because he mentioned in the video that all the shit going on in the world, how could this possibly be? Who's going to issue out the currency? America's not on the same page with Russia. This is not the third, right? But look, war brings in new system of currency, right? All right. And matter of fact, now this is the point. He talked about the war, right? It is a historical trend that major wars can act as a catalyst for the emergence of new systems, both domestically within nations and internationally on a global scale. This can manifest in various ways: political and military systems, shifting power dynamics, technological advancements and military adaptations, doctrine and organization changes, economic and social systems, economic shifts and reconstruction, social and cultural changes. Okay? It says examples. The aftermath of World War II saw the emergence of a new global order dominated by the United States and the Soviet Union. It says the information of the United Nations, the UN, excuse me, and significant technological advancements like the computer. The Korean War led to the development of the helicopters for military purposes, which eventually led to the development of air mobile capability in the Vietnam War. You see? So after these different wars, new things came into effect. This war is designed, okay? This war is designed. And I brought this out before. Franklin D. Roosevelt quote, it says, in politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. right? These are all the things that he saw. Who's the he? John the Revelator. Okay. This is Revelations 1:1. The revelation, which means to pull back the veil, the reveal. Okay. Apocalyptic. All right. That's where you get the word apocalypse from. Reveal. Right. And many other versions, you might see this dynamic of Revelations brought forth, but it just simply means to reveal, to pull back the veil. And it says the unveiling or the revealing of Yahawashi Mashiach, which the Most High gave unto him to show, right, to show. He always showed the prophets visions. He showed us to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass, right? And this is a short time. 2,000 years is 2 days. Much must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it, right? Right? Signify basically means, I believe, approve. To signify, be a sign, to declare, right? Right? To make known, mean, foreshadow, right? Identifying mark. See? Identifying mark, which must surely come to pass. And he sent it and signified it by his angel, right? So he declared it. Okay. He showed John the Revelator these signs. I mean, he showed him certain things in his visions as a sign. See, not just any sign, but an identifying mark. So what he saw, right? The beloved John saw, what he saw was things that were going to pertain in real time, physical things. Like when he saw beasts, they were real beasts, but they represented kingdoms, right? Just like Daniel, right? When he saw these different things, they represented things, okay? Whether they were parabolic or symbolic or actual things of that of that dynamic, right? Like he saw Yahawashi, it wasn't a fake image of Yahawashi, it was Yahawashi, right? And the things pertaining to like Revelations 5, 6, 7, all these different things, the New Jerusalem, everything he saw was actual things that he saw that is to shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of the Most High and of the testimony of Yahawashi Mashiach, which is the spirit of prophecy, and of all things that he saw. See? Blessed is he that readeth, meaning understanding, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Right? Blessed are you who understand these things. Why? And keep those things which are written therein. Why? For the time is at hand. Okay? These are all things that he saw. So again, Franklin D. Roosevelt quote, in politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. Right? So we just read the system, this war that Chief Ephraim is talking about, right? And I met the dude before, you know, but a couple of brothers met him before. And, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. He, you know, I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah, he's wrong. Okay, let's just simply put, you know, because I just read it, and it is a historical trend that major wars can act as a catalyst. A catalyst is what? As a substance that speeds up it says a catalyst work by providing an alternative reaction pathway with a lower activation energy, making they're bringing out scientific. Let me see. Bear with me. All right, in history, a catalyst is an event, individual, or idea that significantly accelerates or intensifies a pre-existing process or change. That's exactly what we want. Screenshot that. You know, they be changing shit. So again, okay, as we read here, okay, read it again. It is a historical trend that major wars can act as a catalyst for the emergence of new systems. So war speeds the process for new systems up. That's what a catalyst is. It acts as a catalyst. It speeds the process up, both domestically within nations and internationally, right, on a global scale. This can manifest in various ways, man. And we're seeing it manifest. What you think this war is about in the Middle East, the so-called Middle East, okay? This war is pertaining to the new system, okay? And I also type this in. War brings a new system of currency, AI mode on Google. While war doesn't automatically bring about a completely new system of currency, it can significantly impact and lead to major changes in existing currency systems. That's the point. It's already a system in place, like the elder mentioned in his video. He mentioned that when World War II and all these different wars was happening, you still had exchange of currency. You still had a currency in play. You still had a system in play. Okay, it didn't just stop. You still had war. War is funded by the currency. So it says major changes in existing currency system. The system that is currently afloat is flawed. It's always been flawed. It's not backed by anything, right? Really, they make it backed by things, but it's really not. It's not. You can print it out of thin air. It's not like gold and silver. So these nations are detaching from this, but it's going to bring in the global system. Okay. It says here is how war can affect currency systems, financial instability and devaluation. It says war disrupts trade flows, reduces supplies, and increases demand, leading to inflation and currency devaluation, particularly for the losing side. And this is why you see it talk about Iran as I forgot what it said. The brother Quarabad, and the elder brother, I forgot who was on. He was doing the live with Salaki, but they was going live earlier. I was on there a little bit when I was in transit, and yeah, man, that they brought out a lot of information that's been going viral, man. You know, and this and you have a lot going on. You have a lot going on, and they brought out Iran. I forgot what it said. Iran not doing something when it comes to, he said, mentioning that it's going to mess up the oil and the trade, right? They're pulling out of something. I forgot exactly how it went, you know, but that's the point, man. Okay? That's the point. And it says government intervention in monetary policy. It says governments may resort to printing more money to finance war efforts. You see? Potentially leading to hyperinflation if not managed carefully. They might also impose controls on capital movement and trade to support their currency. So, right, by default, America has to be involved with this war. It says the least of the flock should draw them out, which this new system, the MOTB in the World War III is cousins, right? They're siblings. These are the two major wars. This new system is also going to bring about Jacob trouble, because it's called the hour of temptation. Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Upon all the world, right? That word world right there is what? It should be oikomany, because we just read it's going to happen on a global scale. Let's see what they give us. oikoumene and the inhabited earth. So it's gonna be everybody. Our temptation involves everybody to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, and that hour of temptation is the hour where the system is and when we're in between the system being changed, and the new system is presented. Okay, right? That's the temptation, because you have to make a choice whether to go with the new system or not. Okay, it says, let's continue in this. So you're gonna have to make a choice here soon. That's what this is about. So America has to be, even if they don't necessarily get involved wholly with the war, because we know World War III is when America is completely involved, which they are involved, but this has to happen first. If not, they say controls on capital movement and trade to support their currency, shifting global currency dynamics. Major wars like World War II can lead to the rise of new dominant currencies, man. This is what this is. We're already in World War III. The end of World War III is when Yahawashah is going to come in the midst of it, right? This World War III is going to be fought for a period of time. And like all wars, they have time frames, right? They have years and months, and where it's not just, okay, boom, World War III, bam, 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 and that's it. No, World War III, where the world is involved. Allies and enemies are involved at a high level. This is the global dynamic of war. This is a global war. Can lead to the rise of new dominant currencies. The US dollar's rise to global dominance is attributed in part to its role as a crucial exporter and provider of financial support during and after. It says during and after World War I and World War II. Changes in coin composition. During wartime, countries may need to conserve valuable metals like copper and nickel, leading to changes in the composition of coins. For example, WW2, the U.S. Mint, produced steel cents and silver and nickels. And I have I think I have a screenshot. And here's the one. Apple to unveil Bill Gates' digital passport ID in 2026. Right? What do you think they just talking about this for no reason? You think they're gonna be? You think these elites gonna be bringing this out, allowing this information? Well, it's the Lord. It's the Lord's mark first and foremost. It's to seal the 2/3 and the nations up for good for that sacrifice. That's what the mark is about. Okay, but separate the sheep from the goat. Okay, but it says Apple is set to launch a groundbreaking digital passport ID feature in Apple Wallet developed in collaboration with Bill Gates of Hell, man. Like, you think this is a game? It's not a game. This is about to be reality, and it is reality. I forgot who posted this. Digital price tags in grocery stores to roll out nationwide. Let's see. All right, this is the video thing right there. Cause hey, it was an article that just came out today. Walmart emergency stopped all their self-checkout lines, man, abruptly in all the Walmarts. Okay, let's see what they got.
Every morning on Get Up DC, we're asking where's the money, because life is getting more and more expensive. And this morning, you may see more digital price tags popping up in grocery stores. But are they a bad thing? Now, despite what you may have heard, a new study finds they are not being used to quietly raise prices. Electronic shelf labels let stores change prices with a click of a button. That raises fears about surge pricing, like charging more for ice cream on hot days. But researchers looked at 5 years of data from one grocery chain. They found virtually no price surges after digital tags were added. In fact, discounts were slightly more common after stores switched.
But we really don't gotta listen to this. But look at the device. Look how it's presented. Look at the digital tag. It's not paper, meaning it's not paper no more. It's not a paper slot. It's a digital tag. And he mentioned about the price changing based off. He mentioned the price of ice cream changing based off how hot it is. Dog, do you understand what's going on? Cuz clearly is lost. Okay. So, like I brought out through the spirit and power of Yahawah Bashmi Yahawashi, these different assets, that's the right word, right? These different things that I've shown, they all in cahoots. This war that's going on is to bring in this system, dude. That's why everybody's involved. That's why everybody's involved, because a world currency is coming, dude. And all things that he saw. Revelations 1 and 2 again, who bear record of the word of the Most High and of the testimony of Yahawashi HaMashiach and of all things that he saw. So what's written in Revelations 13 is something that he saw. Okay, he saw us being exiled from the system and society. When you go to this word in Revelation 13 and 15, that word at the end, it says, I'm going to read it, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? His system is speaking, right? Through his philosophies, doctrines, politics, and so forth. That the image of the beast should both speak, right? Rome 2.0, okay? And cause that as many as would not, and that's how he's speaking through his democracy and his philosophies and doctrines and so forth. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast, right? Image is goes into the exact likeness. So his thought process, all right, his system. If you don't worship the image of a beast, it's all right. It should be killed. When you go into that word "kill," I'm not gonna get it, but that word "kill" goes into apo, I believe, but it goes into the Greek way to say it is apo, I believe, but it says to be exiled. Okay, basically exiling, right, to be exiled, right. Slip of the tongue, I don't know what word I just made up, but just to be exiled, man. You know, to separate it from the whole is what it says. The whole is what? The world, the system, the currency, the you know, the market of MOT to the B, the market of beast. Okay, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, the charagma. Okay, the system, bro. This is, they got a delivery system, right? All right, the syringe, which is going to inject the hair, right? You got the charagma, the carax. All right, and I'm drawing a blank right now, but that deals with the whole shebang, man. The 666, the breakdown chi side stigma, you know, all of that, man. That's what you're seeing right now. This is what John the Revelator saw, man. Okay, he saw all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, those in jail, those not in jail, those who have money, your Oprahs and Winfrey's and Tyler Perry's, and those who don't, your Joe Smoes, us, even these elites, these politicians, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You see, and that no man might buy or sell, right? In their right hand is their dominance, their dextrose, their dominant hand, right or left. Their forehead is the opposite of face when you go into it, the meta, okay? The meta, okay? And individuals might have money who suffer from whatever, okay? I met a nigga who had money before, and this dude was a vegetable in the chair. All right, and his wife and the other dude, like, it was like a group of them. They was friends, husbands and wives, and they brought us, me and a brother, drinks one time, man. All right, some of them was Edomites, some of them wasn't. And the point is that the one chick husband was a vegetable, man. You know what I'm saying? And they have money, but the point is that nigga is gonna receive the mark in his forehead to help him, you know, cause the lame to walk, providing miracles and so forth. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? Here is wisdom. You have to understand through the spirit. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right? You can't buy or sell unless you partake in the system, and the only way you can move in the new system is if you're digitally tagged to go with the digital system. It has to be in you. You can easily fake this or that, but if it's coded to your genetic makeup code, that's why it's gonna fuse with your body. When you inject it into your hand, your cells and your tissue grows over it, and it fuses with that mark. Okay, and it becomes a part of you. It reads is distinctive to each man. Like the elder was talking about the live last week. Your fingerprint, no one has the same fingerprint. It's distinctive and made specifically for you. Even though it might look the same as a fingerprint, you look up a fingerprint right now, it's gonna look like your fingerprint. But the line and the structure and the design of it and the makeup of it is completely different. So that chip is going to actually access and excel in this concept of the individualism. Okay, that's what is aiming towards. That's why Facebook and Instagram and all these different things, that's why they are made like they are made. Each individual is different. Each individual have different thoughts and likes and so forth. Okay, and he want to know your thoughts. He want to know how you, like, I forgot who was saying it, but he want to know how you feel against things. Like, it ain't just about what he think. It's about how you feel against the yabba dabba do. How you feel against Donald Trump. You might feel a certain way. You might hear something, but the C-hip is gonna actually pinpoint how you actually feel. Your body heat up when this conversation comes in. What happens in your body when it pertains to particular, you know what I'm saying, topics and so forth and so forth. They know who you are and how you actually feel according to each moment in time, bro. And that's God-like power, you know. So I don't know what this guy talking about. This went way longer than I wanted to. I wanted to go straight to the point. But it is through the spirit. We brought out a lot, and this is beautiful information. I had to screenshot it. This is all like new information, new research to add to old research. You know what I'm saying? This AI technology is stabbing himself in the foot. You know, so yeah, man. All these different countries is adopting this concept. I just saw an article talking about talking about something in Africa. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see what this is.
People look at me and just see a child.
Are you using Excel?
Yes, now I am updating our class attendance sheet. Wow. They say we need food, not tech. That we're too small to do big things. They say I'm too young to understand tech, too young to build anything. Some of us live under trees. We share the right.
Hold on, so I'll be very with me. She already kind of talking kind of fast though.
Devices. We wait for NEPA to bring light. But even here, we are learning to code, to design, and to dream. Years ago, no one imagined 10-year-old could fill out a session report with formulas.
Goodness gracious. Hold on 1 second. This is crazy. I just want to go
on Excel or help their mom back up phone data to the cloud. But I'm tech, too young to build. People look at me and just see a child.
Are you using Excel?
Yes, now I am updating our class attendance sheet. Wow. They say we need food, not tech. That we're too small to do big things. They say I'm too young to understand tech, too young to build anything. Some of us live under trees. We share devices. We wait for NEPA to bring light. But even here, we are learning to code, to design, and to dream. Years ago, no one imagined 10-year-old could fill out a session report with formulas on Excel or help their mom back up phone data to the cloud. But they were wrong. Today, children are coding, designing websites, fixing bugs, teaching their parents new things. We can try, we can learn, we can imagine. We saw what was possible, and once you imagine, you can build, you can solve it, you can live, you can teach others. I want to become a robotics engineer.
I want to use AI to reduce infant mortality rates in Africa.
I want to design a game in Hausa. So don't ask if children are ready for the digital age. Ask if the digital age is ready for them. The question is no longer
right. So they promoting it in the children. That's not what we wanted, but it's all good. it says Africa's children are pushed for a safe digital future. I saw an article or something that said they're being tagged, but the point is that, yeah, man, it's everywhere. Okay, it's this is the point. You know, they got the same tech we got here. Okay, everybody has the same tech. Okay, no matter what area or how you living. Okay, so I don't know what this guy is talking about, man. So there you have it, man. Just all the things that he saw. He saw people in. This is what John saw. This is what he saw. He saw people lining up to get C-hipped. The hand, you could take your temperature where the C-hip goes, where you see that hand, where that chip is at. You could take your temperature right there and on your wrist. Right? These things are, this is a reality, dude. And like the lady said on the video I posted, see, on one of the shorts I posted.
So biohacking is a term used to explain augmenting the human body using technology that we implant under the skin to better interact with the world around us. I think I've always been fascinated with tech and
to better interact with the world around us.
And futurism and interesting ways that we can upgrade ourselves. Today we're going to be implanting some microchips and looking at ways that we can program those. So it's like a long grain of rice. This is bioglass, so it's very, very tough material. To be honest, you'd be more likely to break several bones in your hand than break this chip. I've probably gone from doing, say, 1 a month to almost 1 a day. So it's a pretty big increase in the number of people that are interested.
1 a month to 1 a day. A device in your hand that don't break. If your hand break, it don't break. You know, this man has figured out how to be the perfect devil. Okay, so Lord willing is edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elders, and bishop, great millstone. Peace, sight, taste of the hope for that. Until next time, shalom. Mwah, blah, 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 shalom.